Hey, what's going on? It's JJ Hayes, and on location this morning at the kitchen here in downtown Wichita, and I'm with Chef Natasha. Hi, Natasha.
Good morning.
All right, so first and foremost, thank you so much for catering Amy and I's wedding.
Oh, you're welcome. That was so much fun.
Your food, people are still talking about how good it was.
That's awesome.
So I'm so glad we were able to make that happen. And it came shortly after your first appearance on Guy's Grocery Games on the Food Network.
Yep.
Which you won.
Which I won.
Which you can see the trophy here in the restaurant at the kitchen and the plate, and it's all signed. And you were recently this week on Guy's Grocery Games again.
I was.
Okay, so I got a couple questions. How was this different this time around than the first time around? And I'm not talking about the food, because there was a Thanksgiving theme to the show when it aired. But was anything different this time around?
Oh, I think your mindset is different. You're going up against 3 other winners.
Right.
So already you're in that spot where you're like, okay, I don't have that edge. And then there's this, well, for me, it's the pressure I put on myself.
Sure.
Like, I don't want to win just once. Like, now I have to go back and do it again. So I was feeling a lot more pressure. I wasn't at my best, I would say. I didn't have my A game going. But it, also it was in the middle of COVID. It was in August.
Right.
So we were still masked and getting our nose swabbed at every point. So, I mean, they did everything to make you feel safe.
Right.
No doubt. But there was that extra little bit of pressure.
Right. Guy Fieri's son was one of the judges.
Hunter, yes.
Yeah. How is he? I mean,
He's
is
really
he a
nice.
chip off the old block?
He really is.
Yeah.
Guy is such an authentic person. He truly is wonderful and so nice. And I think one of the biggest telltale signs, and I said this even after the first one, is everybody that's working is happy.
Okay.
And these guys are working their tushes off.
Sure.
And they're working, long hours to do all of this, and they're still happy. And it's a great sign when you're working for a celebrity and your whole crew, everyone that's around, is
happy.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
It's not like the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Well, I've never been on it, but yes, I have heard those rumors.
Okay, so I couldn't wait to get here to talk to you about this. I was so excited when I saw the bread in a can come out.
Oh my God.
No, let me tell you why. Okay, this is such a New England thing for me. Growing up in New England, when people would make their homemade baked beans, and homemade baked beans in New England are very much like a Boston baked bean.
Right.
It's your red kidney beans and your molasses and your brown sugar and a couple big onions, and you just let that go all day and cook down. And the side would often be the bread in a can or the brown bread.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh
But
my God.
here's the dumb thing. We New Englanders then save the empty can, take the B&M wrapper off, and we bake more bread and try to recreate the brown bread inside that can the next time we make baked beans.
Seriously.
You look at any good New Englander's closet in the pantry who's worth their salt, and they'll have I have one in my house. You'll have an empty round can from bread in a can for when you want to make homemade baked beans and make your own bread or try to recreate.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, I had no idea what it was. I mean, I'd never seen it, and to me, it had that sticky, sweet texture.
Yep.
It reminded me more of like sticky toffee pudding.
Right.
It did not, I mean, it was like banana bread without any banana flavor or nuts, and honestly, I didn't really love the flavor. I thought it was a lot of dark corn syrup flavor
very much
in
so.
it.
Very much so.
So, yeah, I was at a loss.
I
didn't even know where to find it.
If you had been doing like a dessert round and could have done like a bread pudding, which is everyone's go-to on Food Network when they put something like that, it would have made a great bread pudding.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, you did really well with it. I like your appetizer, and I don't want to reveal too much because I still want people to go back and watch the show if they missed it when it aired earlier this week. I want them to go to On Demand and watch it, so I don't want to reveal too much. What was other than the brown bread, for you, what was the hardest part of this round of the competition? What gave you the biggest pause?
The biggest pause was in my head, and Guy pulls out tricks. You never know what you're going to get, and that's part of the fun. Like, that's where I really enjoy it, because you don't know what you're going to have to do. But I've always seen shows where it's 3 rounds, 3 30-minute rounds.
Right.
This was one 1-hour round.
Yep.
And you had to create that appetizer, and then you had to create a show-stopping Thanksgiving dish. Well, turkey's not fast.
No, not at all.
In any format.
Nope.
So there wasn't that, so you didn't have 3 separate shopping events that you had to do so you could catch up, or if you forgot something, you didn't get to lose your nerves and then focus in on the game.
Right.
It was all at once.
Okay.
So that was definitely a different type of challenge.
Yeah. All right. Finally, Thanksgiving, just a little less than a week away now.
Yeah.
What do you got planned here for the kitchen? Anything special or?
So we are doing Thanksgiving dinners to go,
Okay.
which the deadline is actually tomorrow, but you know, we'll get a couple on Friday.
Okay.
So we do complete dinners, and then we have some extra things that you can add on, and then of course we do pies, and our favorite pie last year was our chocolate bourbon pecan pie.
You had me at bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Okay.
So we'll do that, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Do you do the cooking on Thanksgiving Day at your house?
You know what? I always have until last year. Last year, we did over 400 pounds of turkey here for turkey dinners, and I had to use help from my family. I was done. I actually came here Thanksgiving morning, and we had leftover. We had made more than we needed for orders. So my husband and I went to the separate police stations, and we dropped off.
Oh, how great.
So my stepson is a policeman. So we did that, and then we got home, and we were like, okay, well, we're having the same stuffing that everyone else had, and the same mashed potatoes. So I didn't have to do a whole lot.
Right.
So it's a little different than past years.
Okay. One final question. Now that you've been on Triple G twice, any itching to be on TV more? Like, did you ever see yourself a TV chef?
I want my own TV show.
Okay.
Hands down, that is my ultimate goal or dream, is to have it. I definitely want to go back on Triple G because I wanted redemption.
Okay.
I want to prove that I can do better.
Well, I hope you make it. Again, I love your food. I love what you're doing here. I love what you do for the community, and I'm excited to see where the future takes you. So again, congratulations again.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Good.